This is a good video about me making this steak, staying at a friend's house, sharing my insight. Enjoy. Hello, I have a steak and some bell pepper that I could just put in a pan and cook, but why do that when I can come out here in February? Granted, I've been living in Canada for a while, so February means something different to us. But oh, what's this? This is a friend. That's what that is. What's that? Oh yeah. Now we're cooking. Normally this would get my Lowry's seasoning salt and Lowry's garlic salt on it, but I don't have those, so I just use salt and pepper and some garlic salt that I found. But I bet it's going to taste delicious anyway. Gotta have tongs. I love cooking. I love grilling. Nice little fire. Nice fire. Like every opponent, a grill, you got to kind of figure it out and fit into each one, learn how it likes to move. Because this grill is not going to be the same as my grill at home or your grill. And I'm going to have to fit into that. Hey, look, but I'm in a hoodie in February. It's still pretty darn awesome. I'm just going to work on cooking this steak. I don't do steak a lot, but when I do, I really like to enjoy it. And some good veggies. A lot of people don't understand why my friend Sam and his family would open up their home to me, even though they're not going to be here. And it's really gorgeous here, grilling the steak. But this is because you don't really understand the Marshall family idea and how those bonds can happen. Maybe you do, and maybe you've had some experience doing something on your own where you've created a really tight connection, maybe a university or a sports team or something like that. Work experience where you just work together and you do something, military service, something like that where you work together for a really long time and you just continue to form these bonds. And don't know the grill, so I'm checking it. And soaking in just this lovely view here. It's not green, but it's a lot greener than Winnipeg for sure. Winnipeg still got snow all over the place. But so Marshall family, so coming in and doing that and opening up his home and just like getting keys to the house and to the car to me, really fantastic, so that I come and stay here. But that's kind of the whole deal. And you go, well, I've never heard of Sam. Who is Sam? And that's a whole other thing. Like, Sam would kick your ass. Like, straight up. Like, the guy is really, really good. Unbelievably knowledgeable, very athletic, extremely skilled, and yet you've never heard of him. But the thing is, he's really, really good. And that's how it is for a lot of people in the martial arts world. You may not have heard of them, but they might be really, really, really good. A little sear. Bring that back. And that's some really important insight to understand that someone like me who you might have seen and you see all this skill. Yeah, I know, I'm tooting my own horn, but I've got skill, but I didn't get there by myself. That's my point. Same is true for everybody else. that you see, whoever you might see and respect as a person, they're pretty awesome. I'm going to show you this view. It's fantastic. Just really enjoying here. And this nice view, wind in the trees. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but I can. And that's the important thing, is that I get to hear it, because this is about my experience. But going back to Sam and being a training partner and someone who has an extraordinary skill, a lot of people out there just don't realize that the upper echelon martial artists, the people who are teaching and sharing, and even if you go to sports and you see the sports martial artists, the champion fighters, whoever they might be, you sometimes don't realize that there's a lot of people who help them get there. A lot of training partners that you may never have heard of that are phenomenal, that have this great skill. They just chose a different path for their career. And that doesn't mean that they're not still martial artists. It doesn't mean that they're not doing martial arts and they're not incorporating it into their daily life. It just means that they have other focuses, and what they do for a quote-unquote job, how they earn a living, is outside of the martial arts world. But it doesn't mean that they can't be using what they've gained and that knowledge and that insight from their martial training to help them. And there's a lot of very successful people out there who have black belts in various things, or have done boxing or kickboxing or grappling, judo, whatever. The point is that they've built those bonds and that fortitude of self, that understanding of yourself and how awesome you are. They've gained that, and that's what is really fantastic. That's what's going to be going into whatever venture they're doing, whatever business, whatever enterprise they're going to be working on. That's going to be really helpful to them, because they're going to have lots of confidence in themselves. Now here's my trick, is I'm going to turn this way low, put the steak in between the burners, and cover that up and let it sort of just sizzle in its juices. That's how I like to cook my steak on the grill. How you like to is up to you. But really coming back to that insight, there are a great many successful people out there who are very skilled in martial arts, whatever that is for them. But they have taken that, instead of continuing to the highest echelons of martial expression, they have chosen to then express themselves differently. And that's fantastic. That's really, really great, because we need that in the world. We need people who appreciate it and move it through. And you see this all the time with other things like dance. How many dancers in grade school or high school or even university go on to actually be great performers on stages professionally? Not that many of them. But they have a love and appreciation for it, and it allows those who do go on to be able to do it. And they were classmates, just like martial arts. Same thing for soccer, same thing for tennis or whatever. You got to have other people to help bring you up. And sometimes there's people who are not maybe visible, but are just below the surface of that visibility and are quite exceptional. It's like a chef channel now, cooking show, not martial arts. Maybe the same thing. Maybe this is good. Oh, that looks pretty good for me. So I'm going to be teaching a seminar tomorrow. Just like when I teach all my classes, anything I do, the hope is not to create other martial arts instructors, although that is something to do, but to help people enjoy martial arts so that they can then apply it to their lives and help them be a better version of themselves, help them do whatever they want to with it, open up new doors, windows, what have you, in themselves so that they can go and do stuff. This looks really, really good. I'm going to have to go eat. Yeah. There's probably something profound I could say. Could probably tell you something. I don't know. Maybe it's... I've gotten a lot out of martial arts, and sometimes the thing I got out of martial arts wasn't martial arts, but it was the journey. And that journey was made special and wonderful and positive because of people like my friend Sam. So make sure, whatever you do, you find people who are going to be positive and help make it a wonderful journey for you.